Assalamu alaikum. This is investigator Alexei Romanov, also known as Chaplain Rene Marco, or most of you may know me as Ren, or any other stupid name, or Marcosius. Anyway, I'm here to show you the books that I got from the library, why I got them, and what advice I have for you, especially if you're members of my team. So, this is not fantasy, this is real life. Many of us have been undercover for decades, and now that things have changed in this country, it's now apparent that we need to come out of cover and do what is necessary to protect our people, our country, our communities, blah, 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 blah. Let me show you how. Anyway, we are going to go back to our basics. My basics, unfortunately, or fortunately, beyond the AmeriCorps, were Act 120 certification back in 2004. I had taken the test multiple times to get into various police departments, and I had actually gotten scouted by the Fish and Game Commission in Pennsylvania, which then vetted me for 2 years and then promptly dismembered the program. I was then recruited by Canada into some small projects, and then after that, I got into the rest of the story about being trained by German intelligence. So, first book, I've already gone through a bit. One thing that I do not recall in the 1999 to 2003 versions of these manuals was this incredibly long grammar section. Spelling, grammar. Now, I have the equivalent of master's degrees, so I'm not really too concerned about knowing a singular subject versus a singular verb. This is actually very disturbing to me that this is in the police manual and that this takes so much of the police manual. This is not what I recall at all. Commonly misspelled words. I've seen police reports that have had horribly misspelled words and complete names misdone. We got practice questions. Yeah, we didn't have so much of a section of this back in the day. Okay, now we actually have the good stuff here. So, for those of you who have badges from other countries, stick to the United States. It doesn't matter what the laws are in frickin', Chechnya or Afghanistan or Britain or wherever the heck you are originally getting your badge, or you originally have your badge or your first certifications from. Look at your instructional manuals from the country you're actually in. Familiar yourself with the protocol. Re-familiar yourselves with the protocol. Even though we don't have to take these tests and we don't have to, redo any of our prior whatever, we should still be up to date on what we know. It's been a very long time since 2004. Cybercrime was a completely different thing back then. And it is best to be taken seriously, especially if we all want back pay, and I know that we do, to actually know the correct lingo and know exactly what operating procedure is supposed to be presently. So, that being said, I'm going to try and keep up these videos to an extent. Again, I'm not trying to go viral. I'm trying to get, my mentors free. I'm trying to get back pay. I'm trying to get recognition and credit for the work that we've all done and that we deserve to be given. It's been a very rough life when you've been forced into volunteer work just to save your own skin, just because people don't like the fact that you can't survive enduring other people's injustice towards you. I'm going to keep continuing to speak up. I'm not delusional. My ops, every time I try to get online, trying to interject, oh, the Kutub says this, or the great blah, 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 blah. I'm not that person. I'm an investigator. All the fantasy and fictions and that sort of thing, I feel like I'm coming out of a going from the secret language of flowers and animals, which is what all those coverts use, to, trying to get into real technical ops as everybody's trying to post and paste these stupid mythologies on me that are not reflective of how I actually feel, operate, or how I'm trained. This is me, right here. This is Ren, Renee, Alex, whatever you want to call it. I've been using, variations of Alex and Ren since my entire life. Just because I use multiple names, that doesn't mean I'm crazy. It just means that I have to use different names for different contexts to have my message conveyed correctly. I can assure you that Sheikh Brandon on Reddit gets a hell of a lot more respect than Sister Marco ever did. So with that being said, Assalamu alaikum, Khoda Hafez, Guten Abend, and may God bless you and take care of you and keep us all on the straight pathway always. Ameen.